Hello there! If you clicked on this video, that means that you want to learn how to design things in Fusion 360. And today we're gonna start off strong with this simple keychain. This is very easy, highly customizable, and requires no Fusion 360 experience to start with. So let's dive into the tutorial. So very important is what we have here in Fusion 360. Today we will gonna learn how to make this right here. It's not that hard, it's quite easy actually. But first we're gonna see what Fusion 360 is. So at the top here you have the tool bar. All the tools to do basic 3D designing and basic modeling are in here. And down there you have the grid. This is like your workspace. You will see that when you start a sketch and you select a face and you have like a rectangle, you can snap it to the grid to get basic alignments and ideas of how you want it to be. And then right here you can actually save it if you want it, and right here you can export the file in any format you want. In here you have all your maps with every project you design in. You can go to your editable, and there you set things to read only to clear up your editable documents. You can have, with the free version, maximum 10 editable documents, but it's actually quite easy because you can just make them read only, and when you want it, you can just make them editable again. So it's really no limit. In the description you can find the free Fusion 360 version. It's for personal use, but if you design something to sell, I think nobody will come get you. So yeah, let's dive into the 3D designing itself. So at the toolbar we will start with the create sketch function. Then you select your face. So the orange faces are the faces you want to start designing. We want to make a keychain like this. So we want to design it like it's printed. That makes it easier for us in the slicer at the end. So we want to print this keychain like this, flat on the build plate. So we want to select the bottom face, surface face, because then when you export it, it will be auto-loaded on the build plate like that. So that's what we want. So we're gonna start the bottom one, and we're gonna start with a 2-point rectangle. As you see, you can get here basic like alignments and stuff, but we will get 25 for the height. And my logo, I want not my logo, but I want Just3dprint on it in long, so that's quite long. So I will use 65 for the length, and then we will make the round edges. So now we have in here, this is the basic we now have. But now we want to make it round, like this. So we will do that. You can do this by taking a circle, just doing a 25 as diameter, which is the height of our figure, and then you can just align it to that. But that's hard. So you double click on the circle and you click delete on your keyboard, and then you will go to create circle, and we're gonna use a 2-point circle. What this does is the 2-point circle defines the diameter of the circle by selecting the height of the circle. So you select the 2 points you want to start and you want to end the circle at, and that's directly the diameter to use. And if you can see, it's automatically centered to the shape where we want it to be. So back again, we're still in the function, so we're gonna select from the other side too. And now we have the basic outline shape. But you can see right here, we need a hole to put the ring in. I always zoom in on this side and just do 6. And there I do middle point circle because we want to have it at a starting point, and then selecting our diameter from that point. And then just enter. I selected 5, so 6 from the middle point of the side circle, and then 5 diameter from that point. We will click create sketch and go to the extrude function. What this actually does is this take a 2D shape to a 3D shape. So let me say you have designed a square, you just have a square. when you extrude it the same height as the length and the width of the square, you will get a cube. So it's that easy. So we're gonna click extrude or shortcut E on our keyboard. Right here you can see it, extrude E. And we will select all of these faces and just select 2. New body, perfect. So here we have our first real shape where we can work with. I just extruded it 2 because if you make it 4 thick, it's not that thick, and the bottom is then too thick, so that's strong enough to get it not to break that easily. And then we're gonna select this face and create sketch. So if you remember how we started it, we created sketch and we selected the bottom face. Now that we already have something to work on and to work with, we can just select that face and then create a sketch on that face. I hope that you understand it a bit, because it's not that easy to understand, but you'll get to know it better when you work more with Fusion 360. And then we want to have this inner line to create this right here. So we go offset and we select the outline. We click -2 because we want it to go inside, not outside. So when you started it, you see that the arrow went outside. So if I would do 2, it would go outside of the figure, but we want it inside of the figure, like that. And then we can select our text. So you go to create and text. I've set a custom thing for this, G, a custom shortcut, because I mapped the side buttons on my mouse to G. So if I now click on this, I will start with text. But you can also just select here text, and you want to select where you want to work on here. This looks great. You type in the name you wanted and you select where you want it to be. So normally I would just center it everywhere I can, but I reckon now I have a lot of space here on the left, so I'm just gonna put it a bit more to there, and now we will have a bit more of space to play with. So I'm just gonna finish the sketch and I'm gonna extrude. So go to here or click E on your keyboard, back again, and select these faces, because that's what we want to have extruded right here, the text and the sides. Once again we select 2 and click enter, and now you will see that we have this. And now when I will go to white, I want it to be white, up, my figure is all in white. But as you see in the example, we want the text to be black. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to the second extrude, right click with the mouse, edit feature. And we're gonna, instead of join, do new body. So what is join? It's just like you have this pen and you have this pen. You're gonna take them together and you're gonna tape them together. Now they can't move from each other. They are stuck to each other. But you can also make a construction with like rope that they are stuck to each other, but you can still separate them. And that's what new body is. It connects so you can see what the final figure is, but you can take it off anytime. So we're gonna go with new body, and join is when we tape it together. New body, and then you'll see it has different colors. So now we're gonna define, okay, the bottom is body 1. So we're gonna select everything but body 1, and then go to black. Oh yeah, how do you go to the appearance? Just click A on your keyboard. There is no button, I think, for this inside Fusion 360, but you just need to click A on your keyboard and it will pop up. Sorry if I forgot to say that. And go to matte black. I mostly work with matte colors, and select it all. So as you can see, we can go to the computer, visual style, and shade it to get a better view of how it will look when it's 3D printed. This is good. I think we like that. It's nice, but I think just the text in another color would look better. So If you have a single color 3D printer, this will work great because you can just add layer 10, maybe it will be, I think. You can load in another color and just from then the text and the site will be in another color. But if you have an AMS, you just need to get the text because that's more beautiful in my opinion. So back again, we're gonna select everything, define what that body is, that's body 1, and define what that body is, that's body 8. So when we're selecting anything, I just do left click and then shift, hold and left click on the bottom one. And then we go to body 8 and body 1. So we hold Control on our keyboard and we select those two. Then we click A on our keyboard and we take everything to black, so now that's only black, and go to 8, select that white. This is now our final figure. So this only took 12 minutes 30 seconds to explain to you how you can create this. So I hope you can do this. Now if you want to see a function again or just want to practice it again, you can rewind, pause, stop, play it faster, play it slower. You can do everything with this video. It's a YouTube video, so you're the boss of how you learn this. And yeah, if you want to get the full files, you can go to my Patreon. And if you love this video, you can just subscribe to my YouTube. I will post other tutorials soon, so I hope now you can design good in Fusion 360. So, I see you in the next video.
It's the first of the month.